Joe Wilkinson is a shining beacon of the second series of Taskmaster. His sad clown reputation and willingness to remain in his character have put him as one of the most beloved fan-favorite contestants in all of Taskmaster. Now, the moment that secured his legacy took place in the second series in episode 1. It's one of the greatest moments ever in television history. Some would say that it was the moment that helped launch Taskmaster into the household name that it is now. I am, of course, talking about Potatogate. For those who don't know, go watch episode 1 of series 2. Then watch the rest of the series, then come back here and watch this video. Link in the description. Okay, but for real. The second task of the episode was simple. Get a potato into a golf ball without touching the red carpet, or the red-green as they called it. The other contestants made their attempts with varying degrees of success, but all were blown away when Joe Wilkinson stepped up and did this.
There we go.
It was the best thing that Joe has ever done in his career, and we all cheered in his victory, but alas. It was a devastating blow to Joe, but with little to no options left, he knew there was only one way to save his points. It was to get on his knees and beg.
Please.
This almost worked, and the Taskmaster gave Joe a chance to get his points salvaged, but it was up to vote from his fellow contestants. Catherine Ryan and Richard Osman voted yes, while Doc Brown and John Richardson voted no, leaving it indecisive, and so the Taskmaster had no choice but to disqualify him. It's one of the saddest yet funniest moments in all of Taskmaster, where everyone was laughing and genuinely feeling bad for Joe. Some even debate to this day that Joe should have gotten the points and that he didn't actually touch the red-green. But have no fear, Joe Wilkinson, Little GP is here to solve the questions of the Taskmaster Multiverse and see all possibilities. Now, there were a lot of fishy things going on in that episode, so I'm going to see if there was any possible way for Joe to win this episode, by trying my best to give him all the benefit of the doubt and find out if his performance in this episode could have salvaged a victory. So welcome to the Taskmaster Multiverse, let's just jump into it. Now, the prize task for this episode was the most important document. Joe came in swinging hard, getting 5 points for giving away his marriage certificate without his wife's permission. You know, saying this out loud makes me wonder if he sleeps outside now. Next was the exercise ball task, where they had to get the balls on the yoga mat that was placed on top of a large hill. Joe didn't score too well in this task, only getting 2 points, but there was a lot of debate on whether Richard Osman did the task correctly. Now, the wording of the task is as follows. Place the exercise balls on the yoga mat on top of that hill. Now, it was passed on to Susie Dent, who decided that the way that Richard did was practical, and he did nothing wrong. But if we were to believe Joe, who claims that Susie Dent had a few too many drinks and couldn't be taken seriously, that would mean Richard is DQ'd from that round and gets no points. This bumps Joe up to 3rd place in this task, getting him 3 points and staying in the lead. Next is the potato throw, and we've already had a huge intro describing exactly what we're doing here, so we're just going to say that Joe's begging on his hands and knees was enough to satisfy the godlike Greg Davis, and therefore allowed Joe to keep his potato throw, which puts him even further in the lead. Unfortunately, the next task doesn't have anything redeemable in it. It's the Swedish Man task, where they had to find out certain information about Fred the Swedish guy. There isn't much to say. Joe really dropped the ball here, only getting a single point. But you know, he's still good. Now, the live task is his best chance to pull ahead, and since we know Joe is a calm and collected individual who can control his emotions really well, we can deduce that he probably did well in this task. Oh wait, that's Richard Osman I'm thinking about. Right. Joe just had a full meltdown at the end of the task, which leads to his disqualification in the live task. Okay, we can... Okay, we're still good, we're still good. Okay, we can add up all his new points to figure out where his standings are now. Now he isn't in last place. Doc Brown actually takes that position right, off to a good start. And tied for third. I see not much of a difference there. I mean, third place, Joe? Just can't... This was supposed to be an amazing comeback story for the ages, not just being okay. I mean, does this whole video idea just become pointless because of this? I mean, I guess. I can't think of anything else that happens in this series that... Hello everyone, and thank you for watching the entire video. Do you agree, or do you think something different of Joe could have won this episode? Subscribe for more, and of course check out the other 2 videos I uploaded. I'm hoping to make more content on Taskmaster, and I hope you follow for more. Bye bye.